Good day, everyone. This is our creative writing class, and I would like to start with, if you wish to apply in a company, to work in a company, what do? You write a letter. And what kind of letter do you write? When you are writing to a company, to an organization, you write a formal letter. That brings me to the topic for today. Our topic for today is formal letter. Formal letters. What are formal letters? Formal letters are also referred to as business letters or an official letter. That is, we can also call a formal letter a business letter. So anywhere you hear business letter, you should know we are referring to a formal letter. And anywhere you hear an official letter, you should know we are referring to a formal letter. Formal letter is written strictly on formal issues. So the language must be formal. What do I mean by the language must be formal? There is no room for pleasantries in formal letter. You don't greet, you go straight to the point, and you must be precise. That is what formal letter. Like I said here, there must be no abbreviation and no room for pleasantries, no room for greetings, no room for chatting. You just have to be straightforward. That is formal letter. Types of formal letters. We have letters of inquiry. We have letters of complaints. We have letter of applications, letter of resignations, and so on and so forth. There are letters that you write to people you don't really know about, to an organization whereby you need to get to know one or two things. You want to work for some purposes. That is where you write your words, formal letter. Now, when we are writing this formal letter, how do we write formal letters? What are the things we need to put in place while writing formal letters? Do I just pick my pen and begin to write? No. There are some features in which you must take note while writing a formal letter. The first one is the writer's address and the date on the right hand side. The writer's address and the date on the right hand side. Followed by the receiver's address on the left, the salutation, the heading, the body of the letter, the conclusion, the subscription, and the signature. Now, when we go to the writer's address and date on the right-hand side, how do we do that? First, you have to write your address has to be on the right-hand side like this. It must be on a straight line. It must be on a straight line. Now, I'll give you an example. I have 17 Ojuelegba Road. Your punctuation mark, comma, it is very, very important. Very, very necessary. You must take note of this. You have Dalemo, comma, Alakoko, comma, Ogun State, comma, then date. You have 29th April 2020. That is your address. That is your address. It has to be on a straight line while you are writing it. You need to take note of this. And your punctuation marks are very, very important while writing your letter. That is your address. Now you move on to the second address, which has to be at the left-hand side. That is the receiver's address. The receiver's address. Now I will cite an example by writing. You can write the editor. You can write the editor. You write Daily Times. That is the name of the company. And then you can write Lagos. That is, this is the address of the addressee, the receiver's address, followed by your salutation. What do I mean by salutation? Dear ma or dear sir or dear madam. Your punctuation mark, very important. Then you move on to the heading. Now this heading is of two ways. It is either you write it in bold or block letters, or you write it in small letters and you are underline. It is either you write all in block letters or you write in small letters, then you underline. That is your heading. For instance, I have you have to underline this. You have to underline it. Or you write it in capital letters. Which doesn't derive any use of underlining. You don't need to underline that. That is your heading. Then you move to the body of the letter. You move to the body of the letter. That is where you need to tell us all you need to do in the organization. That is, you can start with I wish to express my opinion on examination malpractice or malpractices going on in schools. This is your first paragraph. Then you can move on to I feel sad that even teachers encourage cheating in examination. Comma, because they want extra money. Full stop. Then you have to conclude. You have to conclude whatever you have been writing. That is conclusion. You have to conclude it by saying we must fight to stop examination malpractice we must fight to stop examination malpractice. Full stop. Then you move on to your subscription and signature, where you have capital letter Y, yours faithfully, comma, your signature should be here. At least you sign here, you sign there, then your name. Your name can have your name. You can write Obaloluwa Akinsanya, full stop. That is your formal letter. That is your formal letter. This is a very good example on how to write a formal letter. Now this is the address, your address, the receiver's address, your salutation, your heading, either of the two, the body, and your subscription. Now, your assignment is you have to write an application letter to the head of school applying for the post of a student teacher. Write an application letter to the head of school applying for the post of a student teacher. So you do that while I await your response. Thank you.